Good morning, everyone. Ricky here with your Sunday morning news round. First up to the US, where a big space launch is planned for later tonight. SpaceX are sending 4 astronauts to the International Space Station. It's the company's first operational mission, working alongside NASA, and marks the start of a taxi service to and from space. Now, the mission was postponed because of bad weather yesterday, so we've been finding out how important the role of the weather is for blastoff. Getting to space is never straightforward. But did you know how important the role of the weather is to decide if a rocket launch should be given the green light or aborted? The conditions have to be just right. And that's a big job for these weather forecasters, part of the United States Space Force. They're based in Florida near Cape Canaveral, where almost all the rocket launches in the US take place.
Our role, the 45th Weather Squadron, is pretty huge in what we do in the space industry. Essentially, at the Cape, nothing gets to space without our support. So safety is kind of the big thing here with us.
BBC Weather's Simon King explains there are a number of rules that have to be passed before a mission is ready to launch.
Most of these involve the type of cloud, lightning, atmospheric electricity and rainfall. Forecasters monitor the conditions around Cape Canaveral and abort sites in the build-up to liftoff, but it's not always as straightforward as it might seem.
Making the right decision after looking at all that weather data is a big responsibility.
I don't think we're going to get there with any of the rules today.
We can always stand down and launch another day, and that's always the safest thing to do. You have the team on the radar and flying the aircraft and providing the data to you. Launching through dangerous conditions is not something anybody's pushing for.
The weather plays a huge part in all rocket launches. Making the right decision will keep the crew safe as they head into space. Next, an extra £40 million is being set aside for schemes that boost conservation in England. The government also wants to give parts of the countryside greater protection by making them national parks or areas of outstanding natural beauty. Now, Green campaigners have welcomed the money, but they say that more is needed. Now, it's a big week for gaming fans because the first new Xbox in 7 years has been released in the UK. Our favourite gamer, Alex Humphries, and friend of the show, can give us the lowdown.
So the clash of the titans in the gaming world this year may be between the Xbox Series X and the PS5, but there is another contender in the ring. Enter the Series S. So this cute little thing is Xbox's smallest Xbox ever. It's cheaper and a little bit less powerful than the Series X. So is it worth it? Well, let's take a look at this thing. Although the Series S is cheaper than the Series X, it's still a next-gen console, has a lot of the same technology inside it, which means it's still a powerful machine, just less powerful. So everything just looks that much crisper and clearer on the Series X. Having said that, I do have a 4K TV, so I've just switched the display from 1080p to 4K on it, and all of a sudden everything just looks so much clearer. I actually can't tell the difference now, which goes to show that it does depend on what kind of TV or monitor you're playing on at home. Well, it's a lot faster, smoother and sharper than the Xbox One X. It's designed for 4K resolution, which basically means the images look really crisp. The Series X supports up to 120 frames per second, which basically means games will look and feel really smooth to play. And I really noticed this when I was playing Ori and Forza. One thing the S doesn't have is a lot of new next-gen games. It's the same for the Series X, there just aren't many out yet. So it's hard to really get a feel for what this console can do. So if you're looking to buy a new Xbox, which should you choose, or should you even wait? Well, it kind of depends. If you don't have a 4K TV at home, then you're not going to be able to get the full experience of what the X can do, in which case the S might suit you fine. But remember, it's a digital-only console, although it is a more affordable way of getting to play those next-gen games when they come out. The X has more storage, but you can add storage to both, although it's not cheap. After hours of playing on these consoles, the main difference I noticed from the Xbox One and the PS4 is the faster loading times. That quick resume feature is really cool. But as for graphics and everything else, it kind of depends on your TV and internet speeds. as to whether or not you can really make the most of next-gen consoles right now.
Now, the new series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here starts tonight. It's all changed as the campmates will be in a castle instead of the jungle. Here's a little sneak peek behind the scenes.
Here is our area. This is our table.
No, you can't see this. You can't. This is censored.
Is it?
Yes, you can't see this.
What we can show you is this. Look at this. Genuine.
No,
suit
can't see that.
Right behind me here is the castle.
I can't see the castle just as yet because that is also censored until the show goes on air.
Looks fun, and if you can't wait for that, head to the Newsround website to hear from kids who live near that castle to find out what they think of this year's Bush Tucker trials should be. That's all from me. Shanique was back tomorrow. Bye-bye.